Hi guys, so as we get closer to 2022, it's becoming clearer that the concerns UK businesses had at the beginning of 2021 are now being felt by companies in Europe. As I've talked about before in previous videos, firms in the EU could cause problems for UK importers. The BBC interviewed those in large and small firms in the Netherlands, along with the head of the Dutch Chamber of Commerce, about potential problems. As highlighted before, it may be too much hassle for especially smaller European exporters. Let's hear what they had to say.
At an onion factory, this batch is off to Honduras. First, a thorough physical inspection. UK-bound produce will also face new controls delayed by the British government.
From 2022, we expect that we have to do physical inspections on the onions, which gives us also more paperwork.
And what will this mean for your business?
The customers now, they know the flexibility of the Dutch onion pack houses, and they ordered, for example, 11 o'clock this morning, and the truck will leave around 3 o'clock. If between 11 and 3 you have to pack it and you have to order an agent to do the physical check, that's quite challenging.
COVID has of course disrupted global trade, but this firm is also committed to the UK market. This company exports onions to 75 countries across the world. They are used to dealing with checks and paperwork. For smaller firms, it can be a different picture.
Kind of hard for especially small businesses, small SMEs. They usually sell and export within the European Union and do not have to do any customs declarations, customs formalities. So now they figure they have to, they're involved with this for the first time. And that is kind of a problem.
Just move your finger around, it'll follow you.
Edith makes experience tables. They're used in libraries and elderly care homes to help people with dementia. She says exporting to Britain was a dream come true, but now plans to do so less.
I'm not totally convinced that I will conquer all those extra difficulties that will come for us to export to the UK because of the extra rules, because of the customs rules and all the extra forms you have to fill in.
And that's something that we've already seen so far. And we've seen it also on the UK side in 2021. So as we remember, if we turn back the clock a little bit to the beginning of the year, we saw how smaller businesses, and including some larger logistics companies, were struggling. This was all new for them. And as we've seen here in this report from the BBC, the onion company probably won't be suffering in the same way as this smaller company will, because the onion company has already dealt with countries outside the European Union. Honduras was given as an example here. So yes, the larger companies will be able to weather this storm. The smaller companies probably won't. And they will either close, unfortunately, or some of them will find markets within the European Union or somewhere else. But the UK is going to be a problem for them. Now, this could have been avoided. This is a result of the type of Brexit that Boris Johnson and the ERG wanted. If the UK had remained within the single market and the customs union, we wouldn't be seeing any of this at all. In regards to companies that may export, who are exporting at the moment, who may attempt to relocate some of their operations in the UK, I think it's different than when we compare it to companies in the UK relocating to the European Union, because the European Union is a much bigger market. Some companies may relocate some of their operations to Britain to benefit from the UK market, in the same way as some companies in Britain did it in 2021 with Europe. But I don't see it being replicated on the same scale because, as you know, we know Britain is a much smaller market than the European Union. So some companies you'll probably read about in the news in 2022 relocating operations to Britain, but it's not going to be something massive. It's going to be something on a very small scale. All of this could have been avoided, as I said before. None of this was necessary. Some companies are going to struggle. Is it going to be a shock? A shock to some, probably not a shock to others. But the bigger companies will be able to weather this storm because they have deeper pockets, because they have the experience, and because they can just bring people in who know this, experts. The smaller enterprises won't be able to do that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.